Good morning. Welcome to the third lesson for today, which is maths. Really important that you do all those activities in lessons 1 and 2 today, especially the comprehension. They're gearing you up ready for your your grammar and comprehension assessment. And as we work through those activities, you should be working more and more independently. If you have any problems with that, please let me know, or Miss Black know from next week. Because as I mentioned, I'll be on service leave, moving, and just chasing up a couple of medical appointments until the 2nd of September, which is spring, and then we'll be back together. Okay, so this is the maths lesson. We're going to have a bit of a strong focus on this today as well. So with the maths lesson, we're comparing fractions. What I want you to do is work through minute maths mentals 9 and 10, and also do the timed maths. We're also then going to do the fractions booklet, and we're going to do 28 all the way to 32 today, those pages. And I know they're not numbered, but just count them as you go. So just to be really, really clear, so the timed maths, you are doing set 8 and 9, so that's this set today. So just write those down and do that. And with the minute maths, which I think I've closed the folder, but that's okay. I'll open it up over here. That's not it. Sorry, here we go. Being a bit slow here. It's Friday. And you are doing in the minute maths 9 and 10, so let's have a really quick look at that. So well done to everyone with yesterday's work. Did a fantastic job. I'm sending through the feedback this morning. So today you're doing minute 9, just the 10 questions there and 10. Okay, let's get started on our fractions. So turn to page 28. And the first thing there, head up your page with Friday, the 6th of August, 2021. Do your mental maths first, pause it, or the other way around, I don't mind, as long as you do it and head up your work, and just headed up fractions for today. Okay, so the pizza problem, word problems, where we always write the equation. Okay, Papa serves his pizza by the slice. Each one of his legendary pies is sliced into 6 giant pieces that people come from all over the state to try. A family drove nearly 2 hours this morning to come for lunch and bought 3 slices of pepperoni and 1 slice of cheese pizza. What fraction of whole pizza does their order represent? So I really like these questions because they get you used to reading maths questions with a lot of words. Like, for example, it doesn't really matter how long they've taken to drive, so don't get tricked up with that. It is purely about the fractions. Okay, so they're asking what part of a whole pizza, what fraction of a whole pizza have they ordered? Well, let's have a look. The pizzas are sliced up into 6 pieces. That's information, important information. That's what our denominator is going to be. But they drove 2 hours and they bought 3 slices of pepperoni. So that's 3/6 of a pizza. That's half of a pizza. And 1 slice of cheese pizza. So that is what we're actually adding. 3/6 and 1/6, which is easy. You guys can do that. Now the second one, this is why it's important to read the question and write the equation as you go. So these aren't hard. You've just got to think about it a little bit. Okay, the next one is Papa put out 2 whole Hawaiian pizzas at 11:30. Who cares what time he did that? It's not important to us. One customer bought 4 slices and another customer bought 5 pieces. How much Hawaiian pizza does Papa still have? So 4 slices, remember what's our denominator? 4/6 plus 5 pieces, which is 5/6. You add those together. 4 and 5 are 9/6. Now, do we leave it as 9/6? Because it's an improper fraction. So what do? You go 6 into 9 is 1 and 3 over. And of course we can simplify that again further. 1 and 1/2. Okay, so these questions are very, very easy. So just go through and make sure you read them, represent the pizza as a whole and write it down. So I'll move on from that because that's not difficult. Okay, slide 29 is just about adding, and look, some of them have the same denominator, which you should know how to do now, and some have different, but you can still put the number inside the other one. How many times does 6 go into 12? Twice, so you multiply the top, so that becomes 4 plus 1. All right, 5 over 12. Really, really basic stuff. Same here, you can just take that 1 across. 2. Now for this one, this is probably the trickiest one there. What you are going to do there is you are going to take 1 out, make it a 1, and then you're going to turn the other one into the fraction. So I'll write this down for you. So 2, take away 2/3, right? So first of all, we've got to change that whole number into a fraction. So straight away, we're going to pull 1 out, and we're going to go 3/3 take away 2/3. Now, ordinarily, we would change this number into a mixed fraction, but we don't even have to do that. We can just go equals 1. 3 take away 2 is 1 over 3. So 1 and 1/3. So it's not that tricky. Same with this one. Because it's 8 take away 9, you're going to have to turn that one into a mixed fraction first. So 10 times 1 is 10 plus 8, 18 over 10. Then do the subtraction and then turn the answer into whatever you need. And there's a problem solving down the bottom. On Thursday, there were a lot of people away from your class. 2/8 of them were at a basketball tournament, while 3/16 of them called in sick. So what you're looking at there is a straight fraction takeaway of 2/8 and add 3/16, add them together, use the denominator, and the answer is what fraction of the class is away. Okay, moving on to, this is a very similar question to what will be on your exam. So on your assessment, Carly has 2 1/3 packets of snake lollies. She eats 1/6 of a packet and her friend eats half of a packet. What fraction of the snake lollies has not been eaten? So what you're going to do to find out what part of it has not been eaten, first of all, you've got to find out how much has been eaten. Okay, so you're going to add the 1/6 and the 1/2 of a packet, aren't you? So that becomes 1/6 plus 1/2. That's the first part. And she has 2 packets and 1/3 left. So she's basically got, you can either do it like this. This is how many lollies she's got to start off with. 1 packet, 2 packets, and then she's got a 3rd packet, but 1/3 is that sliced into 3. That's how much she's got. Okay, so first of all, we're going to work out how much. So 1/6 plus 1/2. That's how much we've eaten. So we're going to use 6. So 1 plus, how many times does 2 go into 6? 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. So 1 and 3 is 4 over 6. We reduce that, don't we? Divide by 2, 2/3. Okay, how much has she got? She's got 2 1/3. So we're finding out how much hasn't been eaten. So we're going to take away what we've eaten. So that's 2/3. So in this, we've got 2 1/3 take away 2/3. So we've got to change this one to a mixed fraction. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 7 over 3, take away 2/3. So you do that, and it's going to be an improper fraction, your answer, and then you turn that improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Going on to this one, now this you should do very easily. 2/8, 4/8, 6/8. So you're going to continue that pattern there, and then you're going to write what the rule is that describes it. Now this is just showing decimal numbers on a number line, so you can see, and notice it's going backwards. 0. So you don't have to do anything with that. We'd cut it out and glue it all together if we were at school, but don't worry about that. Then you're going to do some sequence work with numbers. Now whole numbers are easy. We've done that before. And write down what the rule is. So 50, 48, all that. So the rule there would be -2, -2. We're always taking away 2. Have a look at this one, 12, 11. 12, 11 and a half. Okay, 11, 10 and a half, 10. Oh, that one's easy. It's just coming down by a half each time, isn't it? So you fill that in, and the rule is that we're minusing a half, and you can write that as a fraction, take away a half. So they're not tricky. Even when you look at it and go, oh, that may be a bit difficult, they're not that hard. You've just got to sit down and have a look. 2.0, 1.9. Oh, and then we've jumped down to 1.6, 1.5, 1.4. Oh, that's easy. That's just going down by 0.1, isn't it? And so on. So just have a look what the fractions are doing where you can see what they're doing, and then fill it in there and then continue on. And then you create your own number line. So you're getting a fair bit of this to practice because this is on your assessment. So just make sure you look at the fraction, work out what the rule is, and continue on. So there's another page of that I want you to do. And I think that was slide 34. Yeah, that's all we're going. And next time you'll start with this one, which is very, very similar to your assessment, this page here as well. If you want to, you can go ahead and have a look at this one. Now remember, count the numbers in between because that will tell you the parts of the whole number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, okay. So have a go at that one if you want to. But Miss Black will probably continue on with that next time. Okay, so that's it for maths today. A little bit of thinking there for you to do and finish those activities. The main takeaway this afternoon for catch-up time is you should have your 3 slices of bread or more in plastic bags ruled up doing your experiment. Just leave them sit there probably for the rest of the term and then photograph them. When I'm back, we'll deal with that. Don't worry about it now. That's done. That's all you have to do. Just if you've got an observation page ruled up, maybe write some observations every 3 or 4 days or once a week. When you do your observations, maybe just draw a diagram indicating how much more mould there is. The next thing is make sure you've caught up with me in relation to your comprehension questions, that you're ready to go with that. Keep pace with that because when we go back, we will be doing an assessment. We've done the writing, so that's huge. And the third takeaway thing is make sure you keep up with the actual lessons on fractions and decimals and things like that. Do your mental maths as well. But the main thing is keep up with those fraction lessons and actual focus lessons in maths because they're the ones that are going to prepare you for your assessment. Have a great day. Have a great long weekend. And I'll see you when I come back from leave on the 2nd or the 3rd. 2nd, I think. Thank you. Bye.